Jude Bellingham is out for 12 weeks. That's according to news sources and reports after he underwent surgery for his shoulder. Of course, he had a special cast around his shoulder, obviously during the Club World Cup, until he was able to get surgery. And now he has got that surgery. He is out for the foreseeable future and over the next 2.5 to 3 months. Obviously, they say 10 to 12 as an estimate. Could be more as well, because it has been an ongoing problem for Jude Bellingham. And you see clearly on the pitch how sometimes he's not quite right or not quite there, or kind of hampered in his playing style. And we can see why, obviously. That's why I haven't really been getting on to Bellingham that much, because I knew that could be a major problem. And you know what? We've had a huge list of injury worries last season, including Rudiger, including Carvajal, including, obviously, Eden Militao as well. And this is obviously another injury blow to Real Madrid's chances. But this could also mean that other players could take his place. We could see Camavinga really fitting in nicely there. Maybe Ceballos will be gifted also an opportunity to fit in there as well. But we could also recruit, in terms of Angelo Stiller, maybe potentially joining the club also. But what does this mean entirely for Real Madrid? What does this mean for the team and how the dynamic of the team is affected? I think Jude Bellingham does his box-to-box duties exceptionally well. He does play exceptionally well in terms of that role, how he leaps forward, tries to join the defense also, help out in all areas across the pitch. And you can see the number of kilometers he racks up is incredible. He's all over the pitch. And just as equally as Valverde. Valverde does a lot of running, but I would say that Valverde is a better defender overall, but Jude Bellingham offers a lot in attack, especially with his physicality, his athleticism, trying to join the box as well, especially when we're putting in crosses there from the likes of Trent and now Carreras. I think we're going to need tall players in the box, and Jude clearly fits that profile. So there's a lot of different issues here, namely also how the midfield's going to work now. Are we still going to play a 3-5-2? Are the 5 obviously in midfield, including the left wing back and right wing back, going to invert or do whatever? I'm not entirely sure, because Bellingham's out. I'm sure Camavinga can fill those boots very, very nicely. Camavinga is one of our most technically gifted players, and seeing him return, especially for LaLiga, will be excellent. I would see probably Alonso, though, fitting Ceballos, especially now after Camavinga's been out a lengthy time as well, and then you can see Ceballos playing there. But my preference would definitely be Camavinga. He offers a lot, especially on the cards, especially when you're playing teams in the beginning phases or sooner. Let him get settled in. This could be his time now to shine, especially for these 3 months, and then give Jude Bellingham competition when he returns. Because you can see also Camavinga overtaking Valverde. If Valverde's out, then he would clearly be in that position also. But then you have Tchouaméni, you have different players. Also, you could have the youth players coming through also, Chema Andres, different types of players that could really fit that midfield profile. And I just look at Arda Güler, I look at Valverde as sure starters for Real Madrid. The question is, who would start next to them in that midfield? 3, if we do play a 3 at the back with the wing backs, or if we play a 4 at the back with a 3 in the midfield, the same situation is there. So, Bellingham, obviously, we wish him a very, very good recovery, because I see, especially in this upcoming La Liga season, he's going to be missing for that important El Clasico game, I think, just about, because August, September, October, who knows if he will be in that game. It says 12 weeks. Obviously, we have to factor in international breaks there as well for the club teams. So who knows if we start the season, he could be back for El Clasico. He'll definitely be missing the Madrid derby, absolutely. So hopefully he gets his run in, because the situation is that El Clasico, I think, is going to be very, very important for the match. Very, very important. The way he shuts down players, the way he tackles, the way he just likes a no-nonsense attitude. And I said that obviously in previous videos that Vinny gets free passes. Bellingham does also. He does get free passes. We know that already. He's one of the star players essentially in his team. With his price tag, he needs to be there. He needs to be featured. He's the one that people are going to go into the merch stores and buy his kit because of his name and his presence. So ultimately, yeah, we're going to have Bellingham potentially return for the El Clasico match. But do you know what? If I see a player like Camavinga fitting that profile, then do you know what? There's no need to rush Bellingham back, especially after a surgery. We saw what that happened to Rudiger. We saw what happened to Rudiger. It's the same thing. I don't want to see Bellingham being rushed back for just any type of reason whatsoever. Oh, because it's El Clasico, he needs to play Barcelona. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. If Camavinga fits the profile, if Ceballos fits that profile, then so be it. Or alternatively, go and recruit Angelo Stiller. Recruit Angelo Stiller, more of a deep line playmaker who can also link up the play with Valverde, do his defensive duties as well, even though he's not the best at it, and also deliver really killer passes, especially in key areas that we can actually impact the games against, obviously, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and obviously the start of the season as well. I don't think we're going to get Angelo Stiller before the start of the season. I'm not sure about it. The news has died down incredibly, and there's always question of other midfielders. Who could we bring? Obviously, Enzo Fernandez has been talked about before as well. I don't think that's on the cards either. He would be an excellent addition to this team, and ultimately, I could see different players. I could see different players joining Real Madrid. Who knows what Perez's plan is, especially with Bellingham now out for this lengthy period of time. Who knows what Alonso's plan is? That's the most important person. What is his plan now that Bellingham is out? He's not going to have your two box-to-box runners. Or is he? Is he going to have Camavinga, who can also chase down the heels of the opposition? And there's such importance to this. There's such an importance to choose the right man for the job. Personally, if it's up to me, I'll go for Camavinga. That's my personal preference because I want to see Camavinga shine under a Xabi Alonso team because he is incredible. He is incredible on the ball and he fits the profile down to a T. His close ball control is absolutely immaculate. Absolutely immaculate. His dribbling is incredible. He's the one that can carry the ball directly through the center of the park and then distribute it however he wants to. He can manipulate the ball like on the end of a shoestring. That's what Camavinga offers. So for me, I look at Camavinga as a sure replacement. If not, then Xabi Alonso might have a tendency to put Ceballos there. If you put Ceballos there, then obviously we do have those two kind of box-to-box. Ceballos is not more of a box-to-box. He's just someone in the midfield who likes to keep the tempo, who likes to keep the ball moving, and also does some pressing. He's decent at pressing. He's not the best at pressing, and he's not the best at defense either. I would see Bellingham as a better defender all round, especially in that midfield area where you're closing down players. You're chasing down, obviously, the opposition. You're trying to close space. Bellingham is much better at that because he's consistently always running. That's what Bellingham does. Sometimes he does have a lazy approach, I do admit it, but when you see him on his game, then he's probably one of the best in terms of an all-round midfielder. And likewise with Valverde, but Valverde lacks in that cutting edge in terms of passing and the attacking duties. So we need a bit of a mixture of both, I think. And Camavinga, I think, offers more of that mixture than Ceballos. Because Ceballos, more or less, he does the simple passes. He does the 5-yard passes in front of him, to the side, obviously to the defense, keep the ball moving, keep the ball ticking, keep it rotating, and then maybe in obviously a sequence of 5 passes, then find your man, obviously on a diagonal ball or whatever it's going to be. But Camavinga, he's the one that just literally guides through just quickly, without no nonsense, just motivation to find your man up front or do the running yourself. And that is Camavinga in a nutshell. But guys, obviously, let me know in the comments below. Let me know who you would like to put in, obviously, Bellingham's place. Bellingham's going to be out for 12 weeks. Is day 7 minimum 10? I think 12, maybe it could be 14, could be 6, who knows? Because I don't want to see Bellingham rush back. I'm sorry. I don't want to see him rush back. Let him fully recover and let him do his thing. So, guys, take care. Adios, obviously. That's me, obviously. And, obviously, subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. Let me know, obviously, any of your thoughts on this video. And Could we potentially get a midfielder? Could we sign a midfielder? Could we go into the transfer market and says, okay, we'll slap 40 million down, 50 million down for this kind of player? That would be ideal. But guys, take care. Adios. As always, a la Madrid y nada más. And we'll see you next time. Take care.